If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? But your pro-choice abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw up pronouns, cause everyone's a retard these days. I hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no. The
Hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's Sunday going? Pilot, David, Tiger, Keith, Willow, Susanna. How's my lovely family doing today? Hey, Miss Karen. I's here. I'm still tired from yesterday, but I'm here. Yeah, everybody make sure y'all in live chat, please. Thank you for the reminder, Keith. Tiger, how'd your trip go, hon? Welcome to another edition of Scenario Sunday. Right, David? I think it's amazing that Tom has put out the word and allowed us to use his music. Awesome, Tiger. 2 apple and 2 pear for $80. That's not bad. Last night, after I got home and, chilled out for a while, I saw where Mrs. Prep and Plumber, was going live. And awesome, Tiger. So I went over, and hung out in our chat. It was her and her husband. And, we was talking about, farming and homesteading. And guys, they're doing the thing. They really are. And if y'all don't follow Mrs. Prep and Plumber and Prep and Plumber, I fully encourage y'all to do so. They have a lot of great information. So definitely be sure to check them out. If I can get a mod to drop their links. Yeah, Keith, I seen you. And then later on in the show, Backwoods come up. And yeah, I learned a lot last night. I'm glad the trip was productive, Tiger. Yeah, it wasn't a high intensity live. It was laid back. It was chill. So, we'll give it a few more minutes and see if anybody else comes in. Says we got 8 in chat. So hi to all those who aren't speaking. Just want to include y'all. Love y'all too. Thank you, Keith. Two people tried stealing my parents' Amazon this month. One from Georgia using an Android and one from North Carolina. It's crazy. I hate to hear that, David. Hey, elusive. It is getting way worse. You're right. And it is bullshit. Having a good one so far, Pilot. How's your weekend? I treated my daughter to a shopping trip yesterday since it was her birthday. We went to Rose's and to Ollie's. They went in Goodwill. I didn't go in. We went to 101 Smokes, where I spent more money than I should have. And we went to Sally's. Oh no, Karen. Uh-oh. That's right, Tiger. We really and truly have not. And you know, to add to the stupidity already going on, y'all know I follow earthquakes and stuff like that. No, I didn't trade her, I promise. Hey, Willow Bug. But yeah, I wouldn't trade that youngin' for nothing in the world. You're welcome, even though I wasn't talking about you. She's went through her rebellious stages. Absolutely. But I mean, you know, all kids go through a rebellious stage, so.
I went through a few of them. Zuki Bookie. So if you ever use glitter eyeshadow, I recommend eyelash glue. I know you're on live, but still.
They used to hearing your mama in the background. Should I try that? Bet they'd pay hella for me to take them back. Right, Tiger? Hey, Monty, how are you doing, hon? Mrs. Prep and Plumber was live last night, Miss Karen. I heard when the world goes bad, you might become a lot lizard. Keith, I think I'd starve to death first. Hey, Klingon, how are you, hon? Good to see you. But, the last week or so, in which I'm sure it has been going on more than that, they have been doing man-made earthquakes. Did y'all know that? Texas, and I want to say Colorado. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly which other state. And you know, we have enough earthquakes. Canada got hit by 2 last night. I thought so, pilot. You know, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I'm not exactly sure, Monty. I'd have to go back and look it up. It come across one of my news briefs yesterday. But in my opinion, nature is not a thing to be played with. And when you go into, you start making earthquakes, that's messing with nature. They're speeding things up, absolutely, Keith.
Thor, hush.
But, yeah. And when I seen the ones about it that happened in Canada, they were talking about it wasn't the Pacific Ring of Fire, it was a different ring of fire. You're right, Elusive, it really doesn't. You know? Oh, he's just barking. There's probably dogs out on the other side of the yard somewhere.
Why, he barking at people across the damn street.
Oh, he's barking at people across the street. Shoot, that dog's got it made. He's got his own fan, a 5-gallon bucket of water, a big old dog food bowl of food. Hell, if his daddy could get away with it, he'd put him an air conditioner out there.
He really would.
Wouldn't do him much good, but oh, it is. I'll have to look that one up. Keith said it's a TikTok what the dog doing. But yeah. So you know, we have to keep our eyes wide open. You know, not just against thieves, but against the big G, whether it be ours or a different country. Willow bug, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. If you'll notice, most of them happen around elections. And you know, in a lot of places I have read where veterans are stationing themselves at schools to be on Overwatch. They're doing this on their own time. They're not getting paid for it. But it's something that they feel led to do. They feel led to protect our children. It is sick, Willow. I agree. Exactly. Pilots said they have their own HAARP, what I call HARP system, DW system, chemtrail system. I've seen some good vids over the years of how they utilize all three to modify weather, cause natural disasters, and even start fires in California. Absolutely. And Tiger brings up a good point. And why have all the shooters not survived where they can be talked to? Your phone wants to go shopping, Tiger. But I mean, you know, that's a good point, Tiger. You know? And look at how the police responded there. Keith said there was a mass shooting in West Virginia yesterday that was stopped by a woman carrying a pistol. If it wasn't for her, more people would have died. See, I hadn't heard about that one, Keith. Thank you for telling us. And which yesterday I was pretty much on the go. Pilot said the Stay Strong shooter made it to court, but he had a mental breakdown in court, and it was so obvious they did something to him. She probably did get arrested, David. You're right. You know, that very well could be, Tiger. We probably haven't heard about it because she did step up to bat. You know? One of the Boston bombers mysteriously made it through several searches and still had a knife on him during interrogation, allowing them to kill him. You know, since I was in, Lord, I want to say I was in high school when the whole trench coat mafia thing went down, if you know what I mean. And I remember the changes that was made right here in our small town. You know, they brought in the metal detectors and there was, you know, bigger police. I should say bigger police force on scene, because before that, you know, they was never police on the campus unless a fight had broke out or something. But, you know, it made a lot of changes. But ever since then, it seems like 9 times out of 10, it is it's being used to take away our 2A. I agree, Tiger. I agree, Pilot. I really wish we could do a live on that subject. I really do. You know how it's funny, YouTube censors the word. What about those video games like Zelda that have shops? Shows there is a agenda here. They think people can't be encouraged by a game. David, for me, that goes back to how the parents raise their children. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. You're right, Tiger. They are trying, but I don't think it'll happen. Absolutely, Pilot. All anyone has to do is watch the new Pearl Harbor to see the truth. You know, that bright, sunshiny Tuesday morning in September. They tried to get rid of the pew-pews. The police shouldn't be allowed to carry either, just saying. I agree. I agree, Keith. Miss Karen, I was brought up, the way I was raised is my generation were the first ones with the original Nintendo, the original Ataris. You know, this is before PlayStation come out. You know, so we grew up going outside, playing outside from sun up to sundown, and half the time after dark as well. But, you know, we didn't just sit in front of a game system or with our phone, our noses and our phones, our laptops, our desktops, you know, iPads, tablets, whatever. Hey, Yankee Dave, how are you? Right, Willowbug. I'm glad to see you, Dave. And you know, both my girls had game control systems, but they were only allowed so many, like an hour to 2 hours a day. They were not allowed to just sit in front of the TV. Growing up, we were always outside. If we used the phone, every call was long distance, so we never used it. Right, Pilot? They were very few, Tiger. If they were obese, it was usually due to, you know, thyroid or something like that. I mean, I've always been a little on the heavy side, but, you know, I was still outside playing. Miss Karen said, I have never watched a movie, cartoon, or contours. We had a farm to work. Exactly, Miss Karen. You know, teaching kids responsibility at a young age is essential. You know, whether it be chores or even like getting them a pet. Make sure they are the ones taking care of the pet. Make sure it's them feeding them, you know, taking them out to the bathroom or changing their food and water. Don't be the one to do it for the child. I didn't start playing Zelda till I was an adult, was never interested, so I didn't know the content it had when I was a child. You know, to me, Zelda is one of the best video games that was ever made. Sorry. That's true. That's the way I feel. Lord. Zelda, Mario Brothers, and Final Fantasy. Miss Peach, our fun was driving a gremlin. Yes, it's a car down old train track trails or hunting, fishing, gardening, or outdoor sports. Absolutely. Water. Are you picking on the way I say water, Keith? Tiger said they need to start teaching some adults some responsibility. Nowadays, people fixing to have to they come to Jesus meeting in this world. Absolutely. Pilot said when Atari 2600 come out, our world was blown. LOL. Right? Shoot. Atari was the first gaming system I ever had. And then the original Nintendo. And if I had a choice, I'd go back to the original Atari or the original Nintendo, which I don't have a gaming system anyway. Because nowadays, the only games that they want to produce is shooting. We should do a scenario about when violent games do come alive and discuss what you would do in that situation. That's a good one, David. We might do that one next week. Tiger said we had Atari, the old table tennis game. I remember that one. Pilot said we never got any other systems as kids, couldn't afford them, right? Susanna said Atari, Sega, and Nintendo. Pilot said the original Mario games on the Nintendo just can't be beat, right? No lie, my oldest daughter never played video games until she was 9 years old, and she had to have surgery done down in Jacksonville, Florida. And she was gonna be there a week in the kids' hospital, and that was the first time she ever played a game. He said never a big gamer. Tiger said kids are naturally inclined to play outside. The society we live in forces people to put their children in front of a screen and teach them to be lazy. Absolutely. Pilot said I used to repair old Nintendos, mod Xbox 360, PS2, and did a lot of shady stuff. Haha. David said, imagine when you can really play Pokemon, catch that hologram Pikachu. Oh my lord. Monty says, I have an Xbox 360 and use it for a Blu-ray player. It's not a bad idea, Monty. Susanna said, I learned the old way of working on a computer like on Revenge of the Nerds. There you go. Pilot said, I've built all my own computers ever since 56 dial-up. Haha. Right, Tiger? I just self-taught myself on everything I've ever found an interest in. I'm a good researcher. Absolutely, Pilot. Absolutely. And whether we realize it or not, we learn stuff from our parents' generation, our grandparents' generation, and so on and so forth. Whether it's our family members or the little old lady on the street corner store at the street corner store. You know? The few songs that I do know how to play on the piano, I taught myself. Because I done that before I ever, learned a musical note. But all right, are y'all ready to get into the sorry for the mouth vomit there. Are y'all ready to get into today's scenario? Not always, David. Yeah, probably so, David. Keith, some people are just naturally musically inclined. And Tiger said, let's go. All right. Clear my mind here for a second. Hey, Sita, how are you? All right. Here we go. Okay. Instead of doing the midterm elections, we are going to do presidential elections. Here's the setup. It's coming up on presidential elections. We've all noticed that the is making a big return. Supposedly, all 50 states is at 75%. I know there's a word for it. But anyway, 75% of each state supposedly has the the big G has decided to lock everyone down. With the lockdowns this time comes Marshall. You know what? I'm going to get to that in a minute, Pilot, but right now we're talking about the coof. So they put us in LD. They declare ML. And if y'all want to, y'all can spell those out in chat for anybody that doesn't understand. I'm just trying not to get the live, ended. Oh, it is, Pilot. It is. I'm gonna throw it in there. So we cannot go anywhere. We are not allowed to go to the store. We're not allowed to go to the doctor. We're not allowed to go to Walmart. We're not allowed to go pay our bills. But yet still, they still want us to vote. They want us to mail in our votes. But, of course, we all know what happened in 2020. So keep that in mind. How are you going to proceed? We'll go that route, and then I'll throw in the rest. David said, mail in my resignation. I'm leaving to a deserted island and becoming king. Keith said, I'm voting for Batman. That's true, Cedar. That's absolutely true. Right, Pilot? Tiger said she's moving to her property next time and fuck the world. Hey, Mark, how are you? Mark said they're going to have to physically restrain us in my county. No one here is going to comply. Absolutely. Klingon said, well, my dog has half a haircut. She will decline to vote by mail. Monty said, DeSantis 2024. Right, that man doing the damn thing. Especially the way he's kicking Disney's ass. Oh my lord. Yeah, neither will I, Sita. Pilot said, I haven't mailed anything in years, Miss Peach, so I forget its terminology, but you'd mail it where they have to verify that they received it. It's a good point. Absolutely. All right, y'all ready for the next part? Oh, I believe it, David. You forgot how to mail? Launch the mushroom. All right, here's the next part of the scenario. Of course, you know, with snail, as it's called, snail mail, it's going to take time to quote unquote count the votes. Mysteriously, after the ballots have arrived, all poll workers, counters, whatever you call them, you know, fall sick with the therefore they cannot start the counting process. So number 1, number 2, and number 3, without calling names, takes it upon themselves to continue the presidency. Of course, they push it through Congress. Congress agrees. Senate agrees because they all get to keep their current stations. How are you going to react? We don't know, Pilot. It very well could. They could try it. The people that counts the ballots come down with the disease. Therefore, they can't count the ballots. Number 1, number 2, and number 3 take it upon themselves to make the decision to remain in office, as well as Senate and Congress. and it's allowed through Congress and Senate because they all get to keep their seats. Tiger said, hell to the no. Did you catch it that time around, Keith? Pilot said he sees it happening. Absolutely. David said, I tell everyone that it's a lie and they have all been arrested and using the sickness as a cover up. Absolutely, Sita. Mark said we're going to physically remove everything federal from the country. You know, I wish we could, Mark. I really do. Tiger said, Pilot, they have been saying everything that has been happening in this country would never happen. Just a matter of time before we see CW 2.0. Absolutely. Klingon said, I think we'd be better off with a reset of the entire group of elected officials. Absolutely, Klingon. I absolutely agree. Keith, you didn't fail. David said if we remove everything federal, they'd need to remove the internet. If it meant getting rid of the so-called powers, I'd be all for it. Absolutely. That's why I have books. That's the reason why I have notebooks to write in. Tiger said at this point we need to hit the reset button no matter how hard it will be. Absolutely. And not their reset button, our own reset button. I would sure miss conversing with like-minded people on the YouTube. Absolutely, Klingon. I would miss every single one of y'all. You know? Pilot said, I don't think the public will buy another round of the COOF. By the time we see another election, they'll push it, but it won't be bought and Americans will be mad as hell. We can hope, Pilot. We can hope. David said you can start a wall outside where people can post love notes in a lockbox and only specific individuals know the code. There's the new website, LOL. That's why the MP is into waiting wings. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Hutch, how are you? It's good to see you. Klingon said, while I flew this week, I sure saw a lot of people in face diapers. San Francisco and Palm Springs airports up in Humboldt not many, I think, that buy a second round. It's very well possible. I'm glad you did, Miss Hutch. Don't let them work you too hard today. They very well could, Tiger. That's true, Pilot. That's very, very true. Okay, here's your next part of the scenario. With 1, 2, 3, Congress, Senate, so on and so forth, remaining in office, we're still on LD and still under ML. The police force, federal, state, local, whatever, has all been martialized. They now have the freedom to come in and take anything from your house that they want, with the backup of our servicemen and women. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning. You are up on Overwatch. You see them coming down your street, going house to house, demanding food, water, and pew-pews. People refuse. You see them being dragged out into the street and being shot at point blank range. What do you do? It's very well possible, Tiger. I agree, Klingon. They can try. We're fracked then. Mark said they don't have the manpower. Mark said we'll be at all-out war at that point. Keith said I'm popping caps. Pilot said law enforcement, National Guard, and to an extent military has always shown they'll follow orders. I'll be long gone before that happens. I'm prepared to die to protect ours. That's right. Klingon said, but I live alone. Pew-pews are stored under the garbage, including dog poop. Heck yeah. Tiger said the law enforcement won't do that where my property is. They'd be overrun. Willow said, I'm hiding in the woods. Klingon wants to know if she can rent space on your property, Tiger. David asked, what if they do it like a thief in the night and no one gets warning, and one night you randomly hear a loudspeaker forcing everyone out of their houses? Yankee Dave said, you hiding in the woods, Willow? Pilot said, I'll be in the woods with Willow in a sleeping bag. Wake us up when the aliens show up. Keith said, they can't have my desk and gummies. Sita said, you have to pray and stand your ground. Fight till the end. Fight or flight. Tiger said, Klingon, you can live there. Be glad to have you. That's an excellent idea, Klingon. Absolutely. Willowbug said, yes, I'm sending Yankee Dave to reason with them while I run. David's got a caviar. What if they border all housing facilities with fields of explosives and you can't leave? Yankee Dave said, you know, I'll do it. I got a reasonable for them. Right, Pilot? Right, Klingon? But he does have some good points. He really does. Tiger said that's why you don't live in the city. Everyone there is conditioned to follow the commands of idiots. Absolutely. He does, Klingon. You're absolutely right. And, you know, that's the whole purpose of Scenario Sundays, to come up with ideas that we might not always think about. Pilot said the biggest thing is to not be in a large city. They will be the most screwed in shift. Absolutely. That's a good way to think, David. Sita said, can and will be scary to and hopefully on the other hand, we still standing and they not. Exactly. Willowbug said, I'll send Yankee in the woods first, then I will walk behind him from a distance. That's a good plan, Willow. Willow has Yankee's back. That's right. I like that dress. I was taught to conform. It didn't work. My most stated report card comments lacks respect for authority. Since when are people's questions not respectful? It's a good question, Klingon. I did not know that, Willow. I did not know that. That's awesome. That's right, David. Keith, we're still on the question about, they're going down your street demanding food, water, your pew-pews, and if people refuse, you see them drug out in the street and shot execution style. Absolutely, Sita. Absolutely. It's always best to have more than one plan, more than one escape route. Always remember, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. You good, Sita, you good. Keith said, oh, I'm still popping caps. David's caviar was, they have put explosive devices on any route leaving from your area. How do you go about getting out of the area? No worries at all, Sita. You good. I like my parents' town. Hard to get to, easily defendable, detractors, short growing season, water, fire, danger. It's a good point, Klingon. Mark said have to run. Oh, you too, Mark. Don't work too hard, hon. Pilot said, I'm thinking at this point our greatest chance at survival is actually very simple. Just run around with a gay pride flag. Pilot. Absolutely. David Keith said, well, you blow the explosives of them, walk across like a boss. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tiger said, send a Democrat out through the field. Right, Tiger? David said, what if they use drones to deliver more explosives? We try, Keith, we try. Yankee Dave said, through the woods, David. Tiger said, I'm glad you're on our side. Damn. All right, y'all ready for the next part? This next part's really gonna throw y'all for a loop. Okay. Of course, as preppers, we have all planned. Okay, Sita. We have all planned for these eventualities or possible scenarios. We have all agreed to meet up points within each time zone. You have a meetup point for East, Central, Mountain, Pacific. You know what I mean. The idea is to meet up at the centralized point in each time zone. The meetup is only of like-minded individuals with a prepared mindset. Number one, will your decision be to go? Number two, how are you going to get there? And go. A good scenario is going into a weekend, the ATM stop working on Friday and persist throughout the weekend. What would you do? I would hide in my house, pilot. Absolutely. Bring it on. Keith said horse. Klingon said prepper now suggested meeting at all libraries at start of shift. Meet there, then move to central points together. Absolutely. Tiger said, I'm seriously thinking Missouri is central location for the Midwest, so I'm already there. That scenario is the market crash. Well, I have my preps. I have the location where I will be staying. So immediately I would move to, well, I would give it, a couple of days. And if it kept persisting, I would move to my backup location where my preps are, where my mag will be. And with it being a crash, obviously the cars will still be working. So, and with my cash at the banks, I wouldn't really have to worry about ATM. He said me and Susanna is meeting up and taking gummies. Pilot, they will do it on a Friday to have the weekend to cover for what's coming. Absolutely. Tiger says, Pilot, I don't need the arms, so I'm good. Tiger said, Keith, you and Susanna come to my place. But I mean, what you said, Pilot, is absolutely right. They'll do everything they can to cover it up for as long as they can. It is, Miss Peach. You ever see the ATMs and cards stop working on Friday? They are implementing shift. Absolutely. Willow said, I will stay with family. People will turn on you in a pinch if it comes down to it. Absolutely. And yesterday when I was in Ollie's, I saw a beer making kit. It was $17.99. I was like, wow, that's cheap. Cena said they're closing more and more banks. Yeah. No, Cena, that's good information, and it's true. But yeah, Pilot, I would be, getting the hell out of Dodge. Absolutely. I would be moving to my backup location to be near my family, my mag, and my preps. Tiger said we actually are part of a member-run credit union, quit normal banks years ago. My job entails making household products. We haven't made much of anything for well over a year. They literally pay us to just sit at work doing nothing for most of the week. Wow, Pilot. Yeah. That right there blows your mind. Right, David. You literally just was. I literally am at an ATM that is out of service. Oh, wow. Be careful, Klingon. Yeah, one of the ATMs that we have here where I live, uh, it goes down quite often. Pilot said we've been having lots of owner tours last week, so I'm feeling they're selling soon and getting out. That's what it sounds like, Pilot. Klingon said, driving to the next one, I'll let you know if it's shift. Absolutely, Klingon. Sita said, I had a long conversation with the bank teller. She and her conversation in Spanish felt bad, created a long line, and the system was down. Guess she had to manually put my money in the bank after work. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have one credit union here in the town I live in. On which we only have 5 banks in the town I live in. Keep your head on a swivel there too, Klingon. For me, it feels like a lot of these big companies know what's coming and making plans accordingly. I think so too, Pilot. I really do. It looks good on you. It was too short for me. I mean, we all know that the big wigs within the country always know when months in advance when something's going to happen. That's always been part of the game. Always. And unfortunately, there's no way for us to stop it. I mean, it's been a proven fact that Hollywood elites departing from Hollywood. There's been rumors of some of the CEOs and COOs of companies leaving the companies. I just know how our industry has been for so long and how bad it's been. We still produce, but it's just empty in a building that's always been packed full with raw materials and finished goods. Yeah. That's like yesterday it come across my news break on my phone that in a town roughly 20 to 30 minutes away from me, they slaughtered over 1,000 chickens due to that new sickness. And guys, these weren't government chickens. These were some that were raised in a backyard. Yeah, they know what's coming. They way ahead of the game. Absolutely, Sita. Keith, pop your top and have a seat. Pull up a chair. They leave when the workers push them out because someone else wants the money. It's a dominoes game to see who gets the money next. True. You need to start making your strawberry syrup. I agree, Pilot. I agree. I completely agree. There's no way on God's green earth I would let the what is it, the Department of Agriculture that comes in and test them. There ain't no way on God's green earth I'd let them in. Gotta feed the animals, then you can pull up a chair. Yeah, take care of them babies. Thank you, Sita. Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you later. Oh, they're already trying, Violet. They're already trying. They're already saying here in Georgia that what is it? The Zinca? Anyway, that they're carrying something.
Just now realizing your eyes do not have the legs to be
They've been preaching that for years though. And I look at it this way, I get bit by a mosquito at least once a day. And I ain't died yet. And if it ain't a mosquito, it's a yellow fly. I don't doubt it, David. They're one trick ponies that don't fool anyone. Absolutely, Pilot. Yeah, they do, Sita. Look at how quick they got the solution for the coof. Just saying. Well, Walmart has always attached with FEMA for natural disaster events and even modified their stores for it. Yeah, absolutely. And that's another agency I don't trust at all. To me, it's just another alphabet soup. Walmart's will be a FEMA at some point. Absolutely. Hutch, how you been, brother? Good to see you.
Now, this is more me. I stole Wade's shoes.
But yeah. Oh, we always got lurkers in chat, Willow. That ain't no.
Another dog behind me.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You just wanted to lay behind me?
Right, I'll be listening. I'll be watching Hutch live when he's out riding, and I won't have my headphones in, and everybody's like, "What the hell are you watching?" Oh, they'll definitely do that, David. They will. They yeah, they all part of the plan. And so some of your big box stores too. Sup, Mad Shag? Greetings from the East Coast. How you been, brother? But yeah, you'd be surprised at exactly how many organizations is in on the game plan. Don't work at Walmart. If you leave Walmart, it doesn't matter. They will still think they own your shit. Absolutely. Tired but good. I hear you there, Mad Sad. Yeah. I've heard that many, many times, David. I really have. It's crazy. It's the Little Mermaid of retail. But you know, there's a old prepper saying that if you live within in so many miles of a Walmart, to get out of there. And they say that for a reason. Pilot said would love to go to work for Walmart and become head of security just to fuck up their plans. Right, Pilot? You know our Walmart don't even have security.
Yeah, they undercover. Yeah, well, undercover police officers.
Well, yeah. Shayna just said they do. They're just undercover police officers. I didn't think about that. But you know what? Our hospital finally does have security. Our little bitty rinky dink 44 bed hospital. You used to work for Wally. I can honestly say I've never worked at Walmart. I've had friends, I've had family that worked there, but I think my daughter lasted there a month, maybe. I've got a friend that's worked for them for 20 years now. I've never worked for a minimum wage company. The stuff they do after you quit, they should be closed down for. I know they stalk the shit out of you before you work there and after. See, that is illegal. And if you knew how to look, I'm sure your phone has some kind of tracker in it. Just saying. But then again, the phone that I own I bought from Walmart. So go figure. But you know, Tom McDonald says in one of his songs that our phones are our tracking devices, and he's correct. Klingon said other ATM work, we are not in shift yet. Awesome. Thank you for the update there, Klingon. I'm glad you were able to do what you needed to do. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. See, I bought my laptop from Amazon. My desktop I bought from Walmart. And which I'm sure Amazon's tracking too, but they definitely yeah. Amazon's definitely got the lowdown on me, that's for sure. Thank you, David. And put it up on your channel as well, that way others can see it. Every device tracks now. Absolutely. I do have Windows, David, yeah. Tiger said my phone is from Sprint. I bought my laptop online. Let's see down here, the only carriers that works in my county is Straight Talk, Verizon, and Alltel. They're trying to get it where we can have Boost and one more. I can't remember the other one. But that's just like my Straight Talk phone is ran through Verizon, which is crazy to me. Facebook is a way for them to find out about anyone. People post everything. That's true, Willowbrook. But you know what? I don't post much no more. I used to, but I don't anymore. And I no longer have access to that account where I did. I don't blame you, David. I took advantage of the company's address book and blocked the shit out of all my managers and corporate folk. Don't blame you, David. Tiger said I bought 8 pounds of strawberries fixing to can strawberry syrup. Then chicken breast. We're smoking a beef brisket right now. Ooh, yummy. Your house is gonna smell awesome. Willowbug, honestly, the only reason why I still have Facebook now is because I was a member of a group and that's how we all stay connected, and now we no longer talk, so it probably won't be long before I shut it down. You should see their heads turn when they find out it's hilarious. They get butt hurt and show it in their attitude towards me. Absolutely. Miss Peach was watching We Are Change earlier, and Luke was outside the Bilderberg meeting in D.C. They all covered their faces as they left. Oh, wow. Tiger said she only posts Cincy stuff on her Facebook. That's her business that she does. Keith said, I don't do Facebook. Pilot said, as history has shown, nothing is ever done right away after their meetings, but months later, things accelerate in a specific direction. Absolutely. But for them to track you, you got to give them a reason, just saying. Absolutely. I mean, they do track everyone, but if you give them a reason, you're higher up on the list. You know, it's like that. I'm trying to figure out how to say it without getting in trouble. And I went squirrel. Oh, it's like that big list, both foreign and domestic, with the T word. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that pilot. Anyone remember when it was a conspiracy to think your TV was capturing what you did in your home? Absolutely. And now they've just changed. I mean, your TV still does, but look at your phones, your computers, your Alexas, your Siris. They do, Willowbug. Keith said they see a lot, right? And probably see some stuff they really do not want to see. You're being recorded everywhere. Wi-Fi changed the game for them. They record everything and they're overwhelmed with the info. Yep. They no longer need bugging devices. Pilot says I like to walk around naked just for them. If you think about it, that's the reason why they keep making them clouds. And what do we use for storage? Our documents, our pictures, and so much other stuff. Absolutely, David. Damn pilot. But you know, I know they've got a whole lot of shit on me, especially in the last couple of months. Last month, especially. It's all right. That green and red light. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, think about it. You know, back in the day, you could take your TV to a repair shop, and now you can't repair these TVs. Oh, I know, David. They just want to make sure their people are not quote unquote extremists. Yeah, that's one way, Keith. That's like I disabled the camera on my computer and put a piece of tape over it. No, he ain't crazy. Not at all. You disabled the internet on your computer? From my understanding, Willow, he's taking a break. He's probably out fishing and whatnot. Backwood said last night that Tribe had commented on one of his videos. So, and I think Keith, yeah, there you go. Keith said he's taking a break. Pilot said everything is always a data collection on people, whether it's for advertising or how they can benefit from it. Absolutely. I mean, look at these so-called no-call lists. That's right, David. It's absolutely right. What the hell? Oh. This just come off a news break. This is from the state of Georgia. Black Republican Vernon Jones says straight white male deserves their own Pride Month. People, this mess is getting out of hand. Sorry. If that was to ever pass legislation, oh dear Lord Jesus. I look at it this way. Every day should be a pride day for us, no matter what. Take pride that God allowed you to open your eyes and see the light of another day. Right, Keith? Right, pilots? SWM Pride Month. There you go. Lord help us. And you know, we're stuck with either Brian Kemp or Stacey Abrams for governor. Oh, you know, David, we're not worthy. Right, Pilot? But I'm like Keith. I don't need it. I don't need a Pride Month. I don't need a Pride Day. I don't need a parade or nothing else. I'm of the firm mind that people should love who they want to love. And whatnot. Oh, I agree. That's right, David. You like parades free candy? That's right. We took the 3-year-old this past Christmas. If y'all remember, I put the video up here. And he got a whole shopping bag full of candy. That's exactly it, Pilot. It's all about division. David said, what about a Pride Day for gummies, Keith? Now, that'd be a parade. I don't look at the color of a person's skin. And if they come, they tell me they're gay, they're bi, trans, whatever. I'm like, okay. That's them and theirs. As long as it doesn't, they don't hit on me or something, I'm fine. A gummy parade, I'll bring food truck. Right, Mad Sad? Yeah, I went to the smoke shop yesterday and got one of the lemon punch puff bars. Hey, how are you? Guys, I spent $50 on one puff bar. But I got a free bag of Delta 10 gummies. That's crazy because right here in my hometown, you can buy the puff pins for like $30. I'm in the process of trying to find herbal remedies for ailments. And I know that weed is definitely a good herb. The pen made me high. Um, it's the CBD one, Hope. It's one of those that looks like a USB drive. I ain't even gonna lie. But I took 2 hits off the puff bar last night before I went to bed, and it made me high. I haven't tried the gummies yet. Exactly, Tiger. Seriously, though, the only race that isn't allowed to be proud of their race is the white race. They are teaching white people to be ashamed of themselves. It's absolutely right. Yeah, it's Delta. She said it was a cross strain. You good, Tiger? That gummy hangover is brutal. My son-in-law had took a gummy on Friday afternoon. It's in my room on my bedside. And he was still high yesterday afternoon. Yeah. But it was one that was Delta 9 and Delta 10 combined. Absolutely. I completely agree, Tiger. No race, color, religion should ever be made to feel ashamed. Absolutely. Take vitamin C. Yeah, I take vitamin C every day. What milligram? Hang on. We'll go to my little stash. If the dogs will get up my way. Let's see. It's 2 grams. It says 2,000 milligrams. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The puff pen has THC in it. And it's lemonade
Oh no, these just got Delta 10.
Kush. And this is the puff bar. And then the gummies are watermelon caviar, 5 gummies, 250 milligram Delta 10. It's 50 milligram per gummy. It's a hybrid. I'm looking for that, Keith. Hang on. See where, if you say, see where this says percentage.
doesn't say, it just says that it's 2,000 milligrams of D8 plus D2 plus DHCO.
It don't say, Keith, what the percentage is. You all right there, Shana? The one thing I can say for the Puff Bar is that it doesn't really have a taste to it, because I don't really do lemonade, but it don't have a fruity taste or nothing like that, which is what I was looking for. You eat a whole bag of gummies once. I mean, if the ones I use get 1,000 milligrams. This one says 2,000 milligrams. Even though I still prefer the old-fashioned method, if you catch my meaning there. Right, Keith? No, I'm gonna use mine mainly at night. See if it'll help me sleep. But I paid $50 for the puff pen and got the bag of gummies for free, so I couldn't complain there. Exactly, Mad Chat. And I don't like a wrapper. The papers is good. I'm just not a big fan of flavors. Not like that. Gotcha, Keith. Hoot said he didn't get a notification for this today. Anyone else have that problem? David said he doesn't get notified. He manually checks now. Tiger said she didn't either, Hoot Owl, but she knows my schedule. Keith said he don't get notified either. Sometimes it's got where I don't get notifications either. But one thing is, you may need to clean your web browser out. I've noticed when mine gets full, I have to, I won't get notifications. Even my emails. Yeah, that is a good intro. It really is. I wish I could still use the one that Keith done for me. I really do, Tiger. I really do. I agree. I should have picked up the stuff yesterday and do it today, but you know how that goes. I didn't pilot. I was advised to not do that method. Keith, what using the same footage? Um, I'll email you about that, Keith, instead of talking about it in the open. Willow said, "Show the love, hit those thumbs." Hutch will be bounced back in here and tell y'all need to pay the rent. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Right. I might get some more stuff to do some more grape jelly. Which I do have some like dry beans and peas and rice. I could do it that way. Try it with water bath process and not a pressure cannon. The removal of air is hella important. Exactly, pilot. Exactly. Another Russian general killed as forces resumed Kiev attacks. But yeah, I'm a big person on not wasting food. That's just something that I can't. Yeah. I mean, I have like dry lima beans and dry black eyed peas and rice in Mylar bags, but I can't vacuum seal it, so I'm worried about that. My vacuum sealer broke. So I've got to get another one of those. Right, Keith? I know, Tiger, that's the reason why I'm looking for an electric one, but I'll get one eventually. I will definitely get one eventually. That way, yeah. I looked for them yesterday when I was out of town and couldn't find none there either. Oh, that don't look good. Pilot, what I have is a induction burner. Pilot said I'm gonna do chili cannon next weekend, and instead of doing 90 minutes, I'm going to just do 30 minutes and isolate it in the basement and see how it goes. Absolutely. It's all right, Hope. You good? And Hoot, I did send you that email. I don't know if you got it or not, though. Honestly, I'm scared of the ones you would put on top of a stove or a burner. Honestly, I am. And yeah, I know they, put safety measures and whatnot in, but still. That's true, Pilot. That's very true. You know, all right, Hoot. It is linked to the last email that we had shared. Hey, Jewish Redneck, how are you, hon? Willowbug, we have the one burner induction deal, a countertop oven, a microwave, toaster, waffle maker, uh, electric air fryer. Yeah. I mean, we do have a big gas stove, but everything got tore out for the usage of it. So yeah, we don't use a conventional stove either. Guys, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Back in the old days, and remember, I'm ancient. People wastebasket everything. Just some things took forever to can. That was kind of my thought process of looking up other methods besides pressure canning. It's a good idea, pilot. Unfortunately, I know some would get their panties in a twist, so. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing before I go to getting them messages again, because I support the channels that do canon. Y'all are awesome, guys. I mean, we could do it backstage. Right, Willow? Oh, Pilot, you're so sweet. Water bath. Gotcha, Tiger. Oh, I understand, Jewish. Oh, I know, Pilot. What I know, what I do know is what I've learned from the Canimals. I give huge props where props is deserved. I love the Canimals. And I've learned from Tiger, I've learned from you, I've learned from others, and but I'm one of those that I learn better when it's hands on, you know. I know it's all right though. I agree, Tiger. But it's all right. It's all right. See, 9 times out of 10, I have to do my cannon at night because of our house, I've never heard of that, Jewish. I agree, Pilot. I agree. My grandma canned outdoors with a pressure canner and wood fire. Just have to regulate the heat. Too scary for me. Right, Klingon? Yeah, it's easier for me to process, if I've actually got my hands in it. Tiger and I did do the ghee, and we did the jelly and jam. We don't, Tiger. because we don't really do a lot of frying outside. I still have no idea what that is. Get an in-ground turkey fryer and you have no work to do. You're making cheese? Awesome, Tiger. Your pup's answering my pup. Yeah, he's a big puppy. He's a 2.5-year-old German Shepherd. And it's starting to rain. Gotta love it. I did not know that. Right, Keith? I'm sitting on the porch underneath the tin roof. Oh, yeah. But on the plus side, our pool will be ready hopefully tomorrow to go swimming in. I mean, it's not an in-ground pool or anything like that, but. Oh. Yeah, I'm actually surprised the chihuahuas ain't barking here. We are growing peas, beans, corn, tomatoes, cucumbers, pumpkins, sunflowers, lettuce, peppers, and watermelon. I'd stop and think. Water. Really, Keith? Hey. Water. I'm a redneck girl. What can I say? I talk the way I talk. No, I'm from Southeast Georgia. I promise. Absolutely, pilot. Absolutely. I I might even try my hand at pickling some of those cucumbers. Both my girls like pickles. Water. Absolutely, Willow. Milk. They tell my eggs going up to $12 a dozen now. Eh. But I do not park my car in the car lot. Kudzu blossoms make great jelly. The vines, when dried, make great baskets. Awesome. Tiger said, I'm concentrating on things I can make multiple products from, like tomatoes. I'll be making salsa, spaghetti sauce, taco sauce, barbecue sauce, etc. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, they definitely will, pilot. Gummy. You eat the weeds. I can't help it. I'm just sitting back chilling, enjoying sitting here talking to y'all. Dehydrated tomato sauce. Hmm. Most weeds are kosher. Parev at that. You know, at least it's a light rain right now. Tomato roll ups are good. It's a mater, Keith. A mater. You know, kind of like a tater. Bright tiger. He always brings a smile to the face. Always. All y'all do. That's right. Tater. I mean, if y'all walk me through it, I'll do the dry canning because I really just don't feel like going to the store today. Sundays at the grocery store, The pine tree is the most resourceful wild edible out there. No, it's Matter. Mater. I have a number 10 can of tomato powder. I want to get another one if it goes on sale again. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have lima beans, black eyed peas, rice, yeah, flour, sugar, macaroni and cheese, never canned rice. All right. Give me some of that mater tater. Hey, right, Willow? I know canning the ghee was fun. Check out Thrive Life. A lot of times, if you will look on, just type into Google what you're looking for, you can find better sales than on like Amazon or stuff like that. Dry can rice. Oh, gee. Oh, now it's thunder. I'm the only one that saw you can the ghee peach. Yeah, you were. What you need? I'm gonna come in here to the table.
I thought it started raining. Which way you going?
Hey, Booba. How's Nini's baby doing today? I'm not gonna tell y'all I'm sitting here holding the baby. I do. I still have a whole case of pint jars left. Hope. I've got a case of pint jars pallet. Absolutely, Keith. Absolutely. It never fails. I take the baby and He goes to sleep. Y'all need to buy some cannon jars from Wally World. They have pints and quarts for $8.98 each. Absolutely, Tiger. Here in Georgia, I am willing to teach a wild edible class for those who want to learn. I'd definitely be interested in that, Jewish, depending on how close to me you are. Yeah, Keith. All my kids love ketchup. Yeah, I have the water bath canner. I think Miss Peach needs to do something fun and to the point. Pulled pork, and it goes great in a pint jar. Yeah, but Pilot, I don't have a canner, a pressure canner. Yeah, it would definitely be an awesome class. Pete should do a live Thursday and I'll show how to make cheese. Absolutely, Tiger. I'm game. I ain't got no plans for Thursday. Just let me know what time you want to do it. You know, that's what we need to do. We need to learn from each other. Some forger teachers charge a lot for classes. Mine would be dirt cheap. Awesome, Jewish. Is this what you want? Yeah. He said, "Woman, give me my food." And he did not like the cereal. Farm cheese or mozzarella. Blinded. Yeah, I'm the same way, Willow. I can't see shit without my glasses. And if I go too long without them, I get a migraine. Yeah, I like cheese too. I can go to the refrigerator and get a couple of slices and eat them right by themselves. Pilot, you should do a video showing us how you do your eggs. Like we was talking about the other day. Yeah, David. You have a love affair with cheese, Tiger. You better not tell your husband. You're from Wisconsin and for some reason you love cheese. Right, Pilot? I'm from Georgia, but guess what? I don't like peaches. My fruit of choice is watermelon and bananas. All right, Pilot. I'll go back and check that out. One would have to pay for motels and expenses. I would charge $25 for about 6 hour classes. Me and my wife would teach. Awesome, Jewish redneck. Awesome. It's the truth, David. Ah, y'all have a threesome. Gotcha, Tiger. Gotcha. It's an Alaskan off-grid family. You get to see the process and finished product. Figured it would be more informative than a recipe. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because Andy went to put his hands up underneath him and he went to moving and grunting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He drank a little bit, but not much. Um, Indians, mountains, beautiful scenery. There's a lot of things in North Carolina. You can get your peaches from South Carolina. I don't like the texture. I don't really like the taste either. All right, give me just a second again, guys. All right, I'm back. I want to learn how to make cream cheese yummy. Tiger, what you want to learn to make is chocolate, right? Georgia not really the peach state anymore. When I was 15, I picked peaches on a peach farm. Hey, Fawn, how are you? That's true too, Hope. Willow said she would like to can some fruit. Her mother used to can apples so good. Oh, I hear you there, Fawn. Tiger said she already knows how to make chocolate. Tiger has a wealth of knowledge. She really does. Heck yeah. Knowing how to make chocolate's going to be a good thing for Shift. Absolutely, Pilot. But yeah. You know, that's why we form these little communities, you know, to learn from each other. So do y'all want to do that tonight? Or what y'all want to do? Wow, that's something I want to learn how to make is apple butter. Go for it. I know a lot of people don't do lives on Sunday nights. You'll give everybody somewhere to hang out if nothing else. Right, Pilot. So would I need any kind of broth or anything? Teach you, Willow. Yeah, my oldest is specifically asked that I do apple butter for her. Told her she was gonna have to let me get a grip on this stuff before, you know. Not for dry canning. All right. Hey, Miss Mac, how are you? Absolutely, David. I will, fine. Keith said call it jarring. I'll try, Fawn. I'll try. I figured do the dried beans. Not canning a jar of dirt. Okay, I have a question. With the green beans, with the cans of green beans, would it prolong their lifespan or shelf life if you put them in jars? Because I know I've heard you can can jar green beans by water bath. Ghost says it does. I think with the dry canning, it would be in the oven. I seen him last night. He was in Miss Prep and Plumber's chat. You don't think it would be better? Tiger says no. Okay. Well, the thing is, if you have to remove bacteria potential or have a displacement, you can beans, but they have to be in vinegar. You don't want to break that seal on the aluminum can. You cannot water bath green beans if they are already canned. Leave them alone unless you want mush. All right, gotcha, Tiger. Thank you. So we can do dry beans tonight. That work. Heck yeah. Anybody want to come up on panel with me tonight for it? If so, I'll send out the link or I can post it in chat, whichever way y'all want to do it. All right, Key. Take a good nap, hon. Sleep well. No, pilot, they're canned beans. And y'all be sure to check out the video that Deep Woods just put out. It just come across my notifications. Yeah, about 8:30 probably, Tiger. Cause he ain't started cooking supper yet, and it's going on 5 o'clock. Man. But what I really do want to do is get some fresh green beans with the small red potatoes and jar some of those up this year. We can't plant potatoes in our garden because the ants will eat them up. So yeah. Yeah, Willow. Yeah, Tiger. It'll be probably 8:30 East Coast time, David. We'll just call it 8:30. Thank you, pilot. I know, Tiger, I know. I'm still looking, believe you me. But yeah, pilot, I love to learn. I really do. Thank you, David. I mean, I'm glad, David. Thank you. Lord. Now, you want to talk about blanching and freezing vegetables? I can do that. Yeah, my mama taught me how to do that. That's a good question, Hoot. Pilot, Hoot asked if you coming up with us tonight. You better get to cooking. No. He told me I better mind my own business. Can I slap him? Oh. There'll be time to drag out my tripod again, get it set up. Ask Petey White about planting. I got you, David. I got you. More food limits everywhere. Food shortages from Tommy Bites Homestead. Hey, guys, she's on the ball about this stuff every day. I'm talking about she's giving reports daily. I have a crazy wife that has always prevented me from interacting with the world like a normal person. I will go ahead and put this disclaimer out there, which y'all should know from my regular lives. There's no telling what you will hear in this household. You know, these people don't have a filter. Oh, but all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the live here. We're just over 3 hours. Gotcha, pilot. I will go ahead as soon as I back out of here and go ahead and set it up for 8:30 tonight. Yeah, they are, Tiger. Yeah, they are. Absolutely. No, I'm not a medical professional. Absolutely not. Yes, ma'am, we went 3 hours today. And I'll be on in another 3 hours. At least this time we don't have to wait on the water bath canner to heat up. Just saying. But I will see you guys at 8:30. I love y'all. Y'all keep y'all's heads on a swivel. Stay prepped up. Stay prayed up. I love you too, Miss Mac, and I miss you too. And I'm going to let the intro take us out. And I will see y'all at 8:30.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings? With your pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun, cause everyone's a retard these days. I hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. There's a race war here, elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years. Soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too.
Y'all are so fake. Oh no, the